Welcome back, champions. Today, we stand at the edge of a question that has haunted humanity for centuries. How do we find meaning in a world that often feels void of purpose? In this text, we will unravel the existentialist path to creating purpose amidst chaos. Together, we will explore how embracing responsibility, freedom, and the absurd can empower us to live with clarity and courage. Before we step into this journey, I encourage you to like this video and subscribe to the channel. By doing so, you reclaim your feed from the noise of the algorithm, choosing content that strengthens your mindset. Be sure to check out our other videos to expand your knowledge and build a foundation of ancient wisdom and inner resilience. We live in a world that often feels indifferent to our struggles. Beneath the surface of routines, ambitions, and fleeting pleasures lies a haunting question. Does any of this truly matter? This is the abyss existentialists like Jean-Paul Sartre, Albert Camus, and Søren Kierkegaard peered into without flinching. And though the darkness of the question is undeniable, it is within this confrontation that existentialism offers us not despair, but liberation. For a true believer in existentialism, life begins not with the search for meaning handed down from some external force, but with the acceptance that no such meaning inherently exists. Nietzsche called it the death of God, a metaphor for the collapse of traditional structures of meaning. At first, this might feel like a loss, a terrifying void where the answers we once clung to dissolve. But it is here, at the edge of meaninglessness, that we discover the power to create. Existentialism doesn't sugarcoat life's chaos. It forces us to face it. Camus described this confrontation as the absurd, the tension between our desire for meaning and the universe's silence. But the absurd is not our enemy. It is our proving ground. To live existentially is to become warriors in the face of this absurdity, crafting purpose through our choices and actions. Let me tell you a story. Picture an artist standing before a blank canvas. There is no pre-drawn sketch, no guide for what must come next. The artist stares at the emptiness, and in that moment feels both dread and exhilaration. This is how existentialists view human life. We are the artists of our existence, free to shape our destinies, but burdened by the responsibility of that freedom. Sartre captured this truth when he said, "Man is condemned to be free." Freedom is not a gift. It is a sentence, a call to action. But this freedom is where our power lies. Sartre taught us that existence precedes essence, meaning we are not born with a fixed purpose. Instead, we define ourselves through the choices we make. This is not a passive existence. It is a call to embrace every decision with intention, to live authentically rather than as a shadow of societal expectations. And yet, authenticity is no easy path. It demands that we strip away illusions and confront the reality of our choices. Kierkegaard called this the sickness unto death, the despair that arises when we refuse to live as our true selves. To escape this despair, we must take a leap, not of blind faith, but of commitment. Commitment to living fully, to owning every moment of our existence. The beauty of existentialism is its defiance. Camus reminds us that even in the face of absurdity, rebellion is possible. He asks us to envision Sisyphus, the tragic figure condemned to roll a boulder up a hill for eternity, only to watch it roll back down. On the surface, Sisyphus's task is meaningless. But Camus declares, one must imagine Sisyphus happy. Why? Because in embracing his task, Sisyphus finds freedom. His struggle becomes his triumph. This is the essence of existentialist rebellion. Life may not offer us inherent meaning, but we can infuse it with purpose through how we face our challenges. Each setback, each failure, each moment of chaos is an opportunity to affirm our strength and resilience. Let us pause here and ask ourselves, what are we waiting for? So often, we hesitate to act, paralyzed by the fear of making the wrong choice or failing. But existentialism reminds us that inaction is a choice too, and one that carries its own consequences. Sartre warned against living in bad faith, a state where we deceive ourselves into thinking we are powerless or bound by circumstance. True freedom requires that we own not only our successes, but also our failures. The path to creating meaning begins with this ownership. Start small if you must, but start. Decide that today will not slip away unnoticed. Decide to act, even when the outcome is uncertain. In doing so, you reclaim your agency and begin to weave purpose into the fabric of your days. But let us not forget the importance of connection. While existentialism emphasizes individual freedom, it does not advocate isolation. Simone de Beauvoir, a titan of existential thought, taught us that our freedom is intertwined with the freedom of others. To live authentically is not to retreat from the world, but to engage with it fully. This means building relationships that challenge and inspire us. It means standing for justice, even when the odds seem insurmountable. It means understanding that our actions ripple outward, shaping not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us. We are not islands. We are part of a greater whole, and our responsibility extends beyond ourselves. As we draw closer to the heart of this philosophy, we must address one final question. What does it mean to live well? For the existentialist, the answer lies not in seeking comfort or avoiding pain, but in embracing life in all its rawness. Nietzsche urged us to live as if we would choose to repeat our lives for eternity. This is not a call to perfection, but to intentionality. If you knew you would relive this day forever, would you choose differently? This is the challenge existentialism poses to us. To live boldly, to confront the absurd with courage, and to create meaning where none exists. It is not an easy path, but it is a path that leads to freedom and fulfillment. As we close, let me leave you with this. The world will not hand you purpose on a silver platter. It is up to us to craft it, to transform chaos into meaning through the fire of our actions. Do not wait for permission to live fully. Do not wait for the world to make sense. Step into the void with strength and watch as you create something extraordinary. If this message resonated with you, I urge you to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Let's rise together, building a community of thinkers and doers who refuse to be defined by the noise of the world. Explore our other videos to deepen your understanding and fortify your mindset. Until next time, champions, stay strong and stay committed to your path.